Give a wave.
Incoming transmission.
Well, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. You hear me okay?
Awesome. Yeah,
Excellent.
I can hear you very well.
Jolly good.
Well,
What?
the music is a little bit loud here, but welcome to Finny Doc, and welcome to Eliu. Thank you for coming.
No, it's good. Looking forward to it. It's I like the white paint job. It's nice. Goes well with the green.
Yeah, well, that probably has to do with the fact that it's an agricultural station and an agricultural system. Yeah, sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
Come over here. Let's walk to a little bit more quiet in this area. All right. Okay, so, well, this is our base, basically. This is our main station, and it's, of course, our capital system of the Social Progressive Party for today.
That's already done.
And I didn't know that you were going to be streaming, but all the better. And so, hello to whoever is watching.
Well, it just crashed on me, and so there's no one at the moment. I don't have a great,
uh,
following. I have, like the odd one or two.
awesome. Yeah, I figure. Okay, let's go downstairs. Probably it's gonna get a little bit better.
Oh,
All right.
right.
Lights off.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm trying to find a place that is, quiet, a little bit quiet. Anyways, but all of these advertisements and everything. All right. So, this is what we're going to do today. I'm gonna give you an intro of a SEP in general, like the ethos and the what we do, like our mission and our operations, basically. Um, we're gonna test drive some routes on that. We're gonna go and get some gear for you. I don't know if you have. Are you okay with suits? I don't know how much of Odyssey have you play or do you like to play.
Yeah, I've got grade level 3 suits, and not too bad. Not too bad for suits.
Perfect. Well, let's start by let me start. Let's wing up first. Um, no, 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 no. Let me send you a win invite. Invite to Tim. We're gonna be testing also the Odyssey capabilities in terms of keeping us always paired, right? So, then next, let's go to my chip. It's the King Crab. It's one person per
I know.
elevator. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is much better. This is hangar 23. This is where my chip is right there. It's a crate. It's the king crab. Um, so it's a multi-role chip. But basically, it's not something too overdone anything. Like it does everything. I love it. This is my favorite chip. This and the Conda.
Yeah.
So well, so part of this is that you know while I drive us to where we're going, you get an opportunity to check information that I'm going to be giving and sharing with you.
Cool.
So you get a sense of how things how we play the game basically. Um, it's a lot at the beginning, so I'm not I'm trying to just give you the very basics, and so you understand what we're doing and why are we doing it, especially. So the first stop is going to be right here in this system, and we're going to go to a military base. Um, and the reason why we're going there is because I needed an Scorpio SRB. I traded. I wasn't very happy with it, and I was like, let me go back to the regular SCADAP SRB, and now I regret it. So now I want it back. But for that, we need a military base,
Yeah.
and there is one here in Fini in LU. Sorry, so there is one here. Anyways, are you on board? Are you already in the chip?
I am. Yes.
Okay, so if I'm
Affirmative.
not mistaken, you still have access to the left panel navigation, right? So you can see
Yep.
everything that it's here, right? Okay, so I want you to scroll down till the systems start. Sanjalan is the first system that you're gonna see, which is 2.86 light years away, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Got it.
so all of from Sanjalan, Luguala, Noatin, HR, Purunguran, all of those are SEPP systems. Watha. We basically control all of the inhabited systems within 25 light years of LU. BDO2 for 304, BDO5, BD11, BDO9, Alawis, Dayuar, all of those. The Alrai sectors are not populated. Susetani, Meched, all of those are SEP systems.
Yep.
LU is the base. And the idea basically, because in terms of the BGS creates a bubble in where when you expand, you can expand up to 20 light years away, maybe more if everything is taken. So what we have been trying is like to protect LU by populating all the systems around that range of 25 light years.
Okay.
Um, so far we have 80% of the systems, but we are good. I mean, at this point we're stopping expansions. SEP just turned 7 years, as I told you the other day,
Yeah.
and for a good while, like for 2 years, we didn't expand. So we will be like in many more systems. But right now we're controlling 51 systems, and we're present in 72 systems. And we're probably going to take a couple of more systems. Maybe there are like still some gaps in the in this bubble, so to speak. But to begin matters, I'm going to send you in Discord. I'm going to send you a link in Inara so you can see the table and understand better what we're talking about here.
Okay. I've
So,
never done
and
any BGS stuff at all, really.
I know,
So
great.
this is
So
nice and new. So that's always good.
you're probably gonna love it. You're probably gonna hate it. I don't know, but most likely you love it. I think that it's a matter of how it's introduced. Um, while you're checking that, and I'm gonna start. We're gonna start getting going. So give me a second. We are going to Farmer Silo. That's a planetary port here. Belongs to us as well.
Oh.
So did you open the link?
Where is that? Oh, our systems.
Yeah, it's in. The link is from Inara. I don't know if you have a page there or you have an account in Inara.
I do. Where did you put the link?
What happened?
Where did you put the link?
I sent it to you in Discord. Private message.
Ah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, no, I got so many.
Scan detected.
There we go. All right, yeah.
That's already done.
All right. So in there, I don't know how. Are you familiar with Inara? Have you?
Yes.
Do you have okay? So in there you see the systems, right? If you sort by influence, just click on that column, influence.
Yep.
And then, from click it twice so you get it from most to less. Then the brown ones are the ones that we control, and the white ones are the ones that we are present, but we don't control them yet.
Okay.
All right. So you see, like at the top is Sanjalan, I think right now at 71%.
Yep.
All right, we got clearance from flight control to get into Super Cruise. And what we try to do is to keep the systems. If you see, they are very nice right now. There are no nodes, nothing going on in any of the brown ones.
Right.
Our influence goes from 71, I think is ranging down to 45, I think is the lowest one right now. 43. Expansions happen once we hit 75% of influence. That's when, basically the faction shows up in other systems that are within 20 light years of the system, where we reach 75, yada, yada, yada. Because we have already like so many systems, we really don't want to expand anymore. And that's what I've been working in the last, in the last 5 days, let's say, trying to bring down those systems that were like super high to prevent from expanding anymore. We don't want any more systems. We are pretty much done with it for now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, the good thing about the BGS and the reason why we started SEPP, or why I started SEPP, it's to give a sense of purpose in the game, beyond just getting credits and getting engineering and all that. The BGS gives you like a framework to do all of that. Like, okay, this is why you need to run these missions, or why you need to do all of that mission. Moreover, everything that you do in the game, there are certain exceptions, but everything that you do in the game affects the BGS.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not, or whether you care or not, whether you follow the BGS or not, it affects. When you care about the BGS, then you care about everything that's happening in your systems, because everything can have an effect on your faction. So the thing is that it gives you a purpose, and then it gives you also a sense of belonging. I thought when I started playing Elite that I was gonna go like visiting and living in every different systems every day, and and be like a Han Solo. But then it's funny because after a week I was like, I need like a place that I care for, because otherwise I don't care for any at all, you know. And then go free, and which is fine. But back in the days, not like right now. Right now it's different. But back in the days, very early days of Elite, you probably remember this. Every station was exactly the same. There was only one model of stations. All of them look exactly the same. There were no very differences. Like, you know, if you were in one place or another, there was nothing to really say, okay, well, like, you know, it's not even the colors or plants, nothing. And there was no planetary bases as well. There was nothing, only space stations or outposts, and all of them, they look the same. So I was like, well, you know, if you go to one system, you know, you visit them all. Basically, you visit one station, you visit them all. So there is nothing really tying me up to anything. So I decided to start working with this faction. I heard about the BGS, and I said, like, oh, let me try, let me see. You know, they were testing, they were, you know, they were trying to get to test that part of the game. And well, that's how I started. I came here to LU because back in the days there were rare tradings,
Yeah.
which we have in LU. LU has rares. It's LU thermals, which is underwear basically. So to keep you warm and fuzzy. I didn't pick it up because of that. I picked it up because it was the closest. It happened to be the closest system with rares when I decided to start raid trading. And with raid trading, you used to go like do a round and then come back to the same station and then buy shedding, right? So
Oh yes, I remember it well from a long time ago.
right, this is like almost another life, right? So back in those days, every time I finished my route of rares, I was finishing, you know, back in Elio, and that's how I started to, you know, develop some sense of care for it. All right, so we're descending onto Farmer Silo or military base here in the capital. I'm gonna get the Scorpio, and then we should check the Pioneer store, because here's the other thing. I don't know if you know this, but you know, every Thursday there is like a refresh of the game in terms of power play, of course, in terms of VGS, of course, in terms of everything. They restock the stores with
Yes,
engineer gear.
indeed.
So yeah, everywhere in the galaxy they restock it. So there is only one piece, you know, there is only one inventory. So when you go to the store and you see like a grade 3 whatever Artemis or Maverick suit, whatever it is, if you see one and you get it, that's it, it's done. Like, no, like anybody else that comes after you is not going to find it because it's not going to be there because you took it. So the inventory is limited. So on Thursday they refresh, you know, they refresh. So Thursdays is good because, you know, people have not visit, um, haven't got time to visit, you know, many ports. So you probably get lucky. How you doing? Are you okay? Are you still in the blue zone, or you're with me? Because
No, I'm with you. We did before we came out of cruise. We crashed through the base, but I'm
yeah,
still here.
here we are. Here we are. Welcome to Farmer's Island.
So
This
my loyal viewer has returned because the stream crashed. So I'll just explain what we're up to. So this is Kancro, and I think we first met on Distant Worlds, the first Distant Worlds, many years ago.
Oh yes, that's true.
And we bumped into each other in game a couple of days ago, and Kancro set up SEPP, which has just turned 7. I think you set it up just after Distant Worlds, didn't you?
Right, right. This was before Distant Worlds. Yes.
And I know as we came back from Distant Worlds, we were being asked to please drop off all our exploration data to help out in the early days.
Yeah, because there was the Dangerous Games. Remember, that's what happened. The Dangerous Games, and we were one of the 5 factions
That's
that
right.
got selected. Right. Oh my goodness. Long time ago.
So Kancro's just going to show us the ropes about helping out in the BGS, which is something I haven't done before. And so we're just in his ship. So it's nice to be in the passenger seat for a change. And we're just picking up a Scorpion SRV.
Reporting.
Right. So listen, while I speak with the guys here in the workshop to get me the SRB, why don't you go and check the Pioneer store and let me know if there is anything good in there?
Yeah, that's a good idea. We don't do much walking around on the stream so far, so we will go and have a look, see what we can find.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially, I like, you know, the grade 3s are easy to find, or relatively easy to find. What I like to find, it's, you know, when they got like mods and, you know, modifications to it, that they really, you know, I'm looking for something with an night vision. I don't have one of those yet.
Well, I've all of my grade 3 suits I've picked up in. I haven't done any engineering of suits or weapons. Everything I've picked up is from the stores, out of the way stores normally that no one ever goes to.
Okay.
Sit here. There we go.
If you want to buy from someone who knows their stuff, look no further. Something catches your eye, let me know.
Oh, the numbers don't look good. Only 3. No, 3 suits, all grade 1.
None of these guns will let you down.
Artemis suit, number 3.
No,
grade 3.
All grade 1 suits.
No. And what about weapons? Anything interesting?
No, a couple of grade 2s. Nothing more than that.
Yeah. All right. I already got the SRB. You can come back.
You got everything?
Yeah, let's go then. So yeah, so the thing is that, you know, we have to keep an eye on the systems, you know. As you see in Inara, you see all of that data. We use Market Connector, ED Market Connector. I don't know if you know about that tool or if you use it.
No.
But the ED Market Connector, I think that there's another app, not only the ED Market Connector, there's another one. But we use the ED Market Connector, and what it does is that as we are playing, if it feeds, you know, it gets the information, okay, and then you know, export it from the game, and then it shares it with, for instance, in this case, I got it connected with Inara, and I got it connected with BGS, EDBGS. There are like a couple of sites. So, and that's how you get the information updated in those websites. Like, you know, we, the players, we do that. And because Inara is basically the director of this, again, like if we go back to the cheat there, then we know what we need to do, like, you know, in terms of which ones do we need to tend. For instance, right now, San Jalan, it's a little bit high, it's 70%. We should run 2 missions, a couple of missions maybe, to bring it down a little bit, like 68 or 65.
Yeah.
By the way, this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen in real time. The values are updated once a day, is what it's called, or is known as the tick.
Yeah.
Okay. and it happens. It varies. The time varies with every upgrade or whatever every now and then. But right now it's happening at around 16 hours in-game time. So today's tick already passed, and then we basically we have like routes. So now I want to share something with you. This is still a work in progress, but I just shared it yesterday. Well, we've always had something like this, but this is the first time since we are approaching to conclusion of expansions. I'm going to share this with you. Let me see, where is it? It's basically a map, a roadmap of our systems. And then I still need like a graphic designer to help me out. I'm still working on it, but let me share this with you because this is going to be helpful. Copy image. I'm gonna send it to you in Discord, direct message.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I'm back aboard, by the way.
You're back on board. All right, great. Yeah, but I'm trying to share this with you. So, give me a second.
The Discord.
All right, sorry, I'm back.
Cool.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Why I cannot share a copy image? Why I cannot give you this image to you? This is weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna send it this way. Okay. There you go.
There we go.
Still on the notebook, but yeah. Okay, so next stop, while we keep talking, we should, let me see what else is the palette hour one. All right, yeah, let's try this one. Okay, so in that map that you're seeing right now, you can see all of our systems, and basically it's like a metro system, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try to do it like that a little bit. It's still work in progress because some names, the order is still, I'm still, fine tuning in. But basically, what we do is that we go to say that we're going to run the green line, and that's exactly the one that we're going to do right now.
Okay.
So we're going to go to LTT 6431. Just by flying through it, we don't have to stop at any station. We don't have to go to any particular place in the system. Just jump in and then jump out. That's enough to update Inara.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, because it's so big, 72 systems and all that stuff. we don't do all of that every day, right? So that's why we have it like by sectors, and then when we see that one is it hasn't been updated in a couple of days, then we run it. That's it. So like for instance, that green one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stations, or well, 8 systems. We're gonna jump through them, and that's gonna update now. If you see that right now, for instance, let's see, back to the spreadsheet, and then you see LTT 6603, which is the very first system, 6431. LTT 6431 is the very first system in that green line.
Yep.
Where is it? 6431. Okay, so 56.4%. That was updated 21 hours ago. Okay, so we're gonna run it. We're gonna run the green line, and it's gonna update all of those systems in Inara.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 27 hours. Okay.
Right, and then at the end we're gonna we can end up back in LU, but most likely I'm gonna go, and we can go to. There are a couple of systems that we can go. Metiens is one, because it's a system that we want to take. And it doesn't belong to us yet, but we are there, and there are nobody else, so we're gonna take it. So we want to run missions for it. So first, let me do that update, and I want you to just so you know how it's done, and get a sense of that. So let's launch first. It's gonna take like, I don't know, 6-7 minutes, all in all. Because again, you don't have to go through them. You don't have to do anything else but just fly through them.
Yeah.
So the system that we have developed, or the way that we do it, it's in a way that we don't have to go back to the galaxy map. But just on the left panel, we'll be able to go from one system to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, so we do it even faster.
Cool.
We take off, and I respect the limit, the speed limit. I'm like that, yeah, I respect the speed limit, especially in our stations. I behave very well. Everybody goes like, oh, Kancro Vantas, I'm the Basarala of my nation. So everybody goes, oh, yeah, Kancro Vantas came and all this stuff. So I cannot be like, breaking the rules.
Me neither. I never fly too fast.
Yeah, I like to enjoy. So that's the good thing about the BGS. Also, it's about it allows you to do whatever you like to do. Like for instance, when I say we need to increase influence, it's basically we need to run missions for our faction. Running missions for our faction is what increases the influences. Because it's a zero-sum game. When you run missions for the other factions in the system, then your influence goes down, because whatever one gains, the other loses.
Sure.
And when we say, like, we need to raise the influence or lower it, there are many ways to do that, and that's the beauty of it. Like, just do whatever you need to do. There are like certain ways that you can do it. You can do exploration, you can do mining, you can run missions, you can do trade, you can do bounty hunting. So whatever suits you, whatever fits your game style, it can help us, you know? So you don't have to sacrifice your tastes. I also never go to to hyperspace from a planet. I need to get out of orbit. Then I go to. I know, it's like, come on, this guy's killing me.
You are an air traffic controller's dream, aren't you?
What happened?
You're an air traffic controller's dream, behaving very well and not taking any shortcuts.
Great. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yes. I enjoy playing I'm not in a rush. I feel that if you have a chip, this is the way I will really like fly it around the universe. Okay, we are up now out of orbital cruise, and we're going to LTT 6431. So we're going to start. So I just gave you basically the flight plan. Now you have a list. Now you know what we're doing and why we're doing. What we're doing is just updating the data in those systems. So here we go. First system. So this branch, it's to the upper side of our nation. We're like a little bubble. Well, we got shaped like a mango. So these are on the top, and we're gonna work our way back down to the center, to the capital systems.
Sure.
All of these systems, they are on the green line. The most populous one is Paledawa. Now, this is LTT 6431. Okay. Just by jumping in,
Commander, I've lost track
I don't have to do
things and
anything. I
need you
have
to
the market
re-establish your
connector
position
running.
with the highway
The market
coordinate
connector
before I
already
can
got the
resume
information.
uploading exploration data.
And if you look, I want you to open your right panel,
Yep.
go to status,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have a list there of the factions in the system. The first one is us, is the controlling faction, 56% influence.
Yes.
Then you have the Jet Natural Code. Then the second is 13.8, and you know, it tells you like the current states. Right now, when it's like that dot that is black and white, it means nothing is happening. Like it's fine. There is nothing crazy or whatever. You have economy, security, reputation. Well, those are additionals to the states, you know. So a state can be, we're probably gonna be in war, or probably it's a boom where the markets are booming, so it's a good market to buy, and then you sell somewhere else, or you sell in them. All of those activities, they help the VGS. So, okay, so that's on the right side. Now, let's go to the left side, navigation tab. The next system in our list is Susan. So if we scroll down in the navigation map, Susan is 10.6 light years away. You see it?
Yes.
All right. So
Got
now
it.
we select it, boom, and we jump there. Okay. And that's it. It's you know, it already updated the first one. So Susan 10.6. Today I'm doing this, you know, I'm showing to you. Well, every day, you know, somebody else does it. You know, we pick different sectors or lines. Especially, yeah, if there's a conflict or there's something that we need to take care of, that's gonna update by itself. All right, what's the next system in the list?
Where are we? Pairing?
Parents. All right, okay,
Parents.
so I'll look for parents in my left. It's 17.8 light years. That's it, we're about to jump there. Parents.
And so will that update? So on Inara, that will update real time.
It takes like 10 minutes. It takes like 10 minutes to reflect in Inara. So you're not gonna see it immediately right now, just 2 minutes later, but it will be there like in 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It should
Sure.
start updating as we go.
Cool.
Then always, you know, I always like, you know, try to check on my right side, just making sure that there is no war, there is nothing crazy going on, you know, sneaky, that's it. Next one in the list, which one is it?
HR 6189.
HR6189, roger that. And that's 12.8. Okay, here we go. See, I'm writing down those distances because the next map, I'm gonna put that distance. So when you start looking for it, you know, oh, how far you have to scroll down.
Yeah.
This is a very funny system, HR. It's only one station, and it's like 5 million people, something crazy, population-wise. Okay, about population, for instance, the most, say that, you know, the bigger the system in terms of population, the most difficult it is to move the influence.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one is Pale d'Agua. That's 7.5 light years. Pale d'Agua. So, for instance, if you have, let's say that you have a system that is only 1,000 people, you run 2 missions, or you sell to their market something that they need, or you sell exploration, just one transaction, that might, you know, that might make an impact of 5% right there,
Sure.
one transaction, you see?
Yeah.
More or less. But if it's a system of 2 billion people, that transaction is not gonna do shit. You have to do like 5-10 missions to start moving the system a little bit, 5%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where population it's involved.
And which makes sense.
Or why it's important. All right, next one after Pale d'Agua.
Was it Nata?
Naita. This one is
Naita.
10.4 light years away. Okay. 10.4. Yeah, I'm doing this because it's the first time that I'm running this green light. I'm test driving it, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm writing down the numbers. This is part of the housekeeping. Like we do this like once a year or something like that, you know. But now the routes are going to be set, you know, like from here on out, because we're not, you know, necessarily spending anymore. Okay, Naita, and the next one is
Machete.
okay. Shed. 5.47 light years is right there. Michelle is one of the oldest systems. We had that like for 6 years now. Then the next one is
Watha.
A ship can
Wata.
equip a
Oh,
variety of
okay.
energy,
That one we're
projectile
going
and
to stop.
missile-based weapons depending on its hard points.
That one we're
The
going to
majority
stop.
of
This is
weapons
Michelle
are
right
available
now.
in either fixed,
Okay.
gimbal, or turret variants. Not all weapons come in
And
all
we're going to
classes.
Wata.
Fixed weapons are
Yeah, I'm trying to
indicated
run
with
an
a
inventory
crosshair
also,
icon,
you know,
gimbaled weapons with a
not today, I'll do
gyroscope
it, you know,
icon, and turret
tomorrow
weapons
these
with a
days,
turret
or you
icon.
can help me with it, where basically I go through the systems and check what's interesting in each system, just to have everything like, you know, ties at 90, like, oh, in here there are, you know, brokers or factors or exploration-wise, you know, anything that it's landable, it has atmosphere, or high G planets, or rings for mining, you know,
Yeah.
to do an inventory of the nation, basically. Okay. Wata. we're going to stop here for a second because machetes. Okay. So far so good. I mean, are you bored yet, or are you okay? Everything's making
No?
sense. Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's good. Really good.
Okay. Perfect. So
So we have an Earthlight.
that being said,
Fuel scooping.
um,
Fuel scooping complete.
inside a system, you have all these factions, right? And what happens is when two factions match influence, they go into conflict. Okay?
Yeah.
So right now, for instance, if you see on the right, you see there are three parties: Wata Partners, Liberty Party of Wata, and Wata Future. They're all in 4%. 4.2, 4.4, 4.8. These guys, two of these guys are going to enter some kind of conflict. Now, what type of conflict depends on the nature of the party. For instance, two democratic parties, they go to election. One dictatorship and a democratic party, they go for a civil war. Civil war if both factions are native to the system. You cannot delete a native faction from a system, but if a foreign faction, you can retreat it. You can make it go away. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know if they are from the? Normally from the name, you know. Like for instance, Balam's Worker Party is the second faction in this system.
Yeah.
That's a player faction. Okay, and that's coming from another system, from Balam's system. That's not from here, and that's another. They are players as well, like we are. But this is our system. They go here later. We already control it. Nothing they can do, you know. So, and of course there are diplomatic channels, you know, to tap all of these type of things as well. So that's why. But that being said, they have, like for instance, those other two factions at the bottom that are 4.4 or they're about to enter conflict. Say that one of them has a base or a settlement. That's what gets at the stake. So if they lose the conflict, they lose that settlement to that other faction.
Okay.
See?
So you
And
know
that's
that,
how.
sorry, you know they're going to go into conflict because the little
Because
diamond is to the right hand of the white section, going towards the blue, or what's
No. How do I know that it's probably going to be a conflict? Because if you see the influence is 4.4, 4.2, okay,
Yeah.
4.8, and when they match, when they're exactly the same, that's when it
Okay.
goes into conflict.
Right,
I'm gonna
okay.
show you how it looks when it's a conflict. You will see the influence is exactly the same. The BGS ties them up. Like for instance, Liberty Party of Wata and Wata Future, they probably tomorrow are gonna be in conflict because they are the closest. They are 4.2 and 4.4. So today it's showing like this. Tomorrow it's gonna show probably 4.3 for both of them. War pending, which is 1 day of pending war before they actually go into war. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
That's how it's the mechanics. So that's why I'm saying probably there's gonna be a war. Why is not for sure? Because there are cool off periods, and you know, so probably they are just going out from one war with somebody else, and they just fell into 4.2 by accident. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that and because they're in the cool off time period, the war is not going to be pending maybe in a couple of days more when they get out of the cool off. So, but most likely tomorrow, here in Wata, yeah, there's going to be a conflict. You'll see conflict soon. So now, where the heck are we going here in Wata? I explain all of that because we have taken most of the assets in every system that we are present. Or if not, using the other NPC parties, we have make it so no anarchy party in our nation holds an asset. Because once you have a market, once you have a station, once you own something like that, that's an opportunity for BGS activity that can be work against you. And gankers and griefers, they like to use anarchy factions to cause problems, because in the anarchy spaces, like, stations and stuff, you can just go murdering people and nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yep.
Okay. So that's why they try to dominate anarchism. If you leave like if a little break in the glass and they attack it, it's gonna shatter the whole window. So in the whole 52 systems that we control, there is only one station that is anarchy, and that's the station that we're going right now. Why? Because in there we can buy e-breaches, and the e-breaches we're gonna use in the missions. Do you have those e-breaches or no?
Yes.
You have e-breaches. So we're gonna use e-breaches in some missions. So in here you can get them, but on top of that, I got some drugs with me, and this is the only place where I can sell it. So let's sell it. Let's check the inventory. Let's see if there's something in the store, and then we are on our way to run missions in Mentians. But Warner Holdings, this is the only station in our nation that is anarchy. So you want to write that down. But because we do everything in our systems, like I rarely go outside, like, well, for a mission or maybe a passenger, but other than that, we got everything here. Let's land it. So you have done your stuff then. If you're carrying some e-breaches with you around, what kind of missions you like to run?
Oh, I just take them in case, because occasionally you need them to do salvage and pick up, crash sites, and they put the things in locked containers. So.
Oosh. Oh yeah, the containers. Yeah, you need to open them sometimes with the breaches.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I use it a lot with terminals.
Landing gear retracted.
When I get to a base, and I need to know where stuff is, or
Yeah.
where, like, where is the alarm, so I can disarm it. So anyways, okay.
Landing gear deployed.
And do you have anything? You have any push or hush or Lazarus to sell or no? Because you can sell it here.
2 Lazarus and what? Something else. 1 Infinity. That's it. Drug light.
Restored. That's already done.
All right, let's get off. Gonna get some. Yeah, let me sell that. You wanna do? Oh, you know what? It's just that. Let me see what time is it. Yeah, a little bit later. There's gonna be like a couple of other guys, and to go to a war that it's happening right now in one of our systems in Una. That's on the yellow line, so to speak. Okay.
What's that?
Where was it? Oh, Infinity.
Returning systems to normal.
Right, I'm going to the bar to sell these drugs. I think I'm good with e-breaches. I have like 30 right now. I bought not long ago.
Yeah, I've got about 93, I think.
Are you gonna check the store? To see if there's anything. And do you play Star Citizen too?
A little bit. I've played it. I got quite into it before they did the last major upgrade,
Right.
and of course everything got wiped. So
Yeah, so I heard.
I mean, I do enjoy it, and it's certainly come on leaps and bounds since I first played it.
But did you at least keep your you keep your chip, I guess, right?
Well, only the one that I bought originally,
Oh, with money.
but I kind of got to the point of having quite a decent ship, and of course that just gets wiped.
Then